Hey there, and welcome back to the Love Glossary. If you've ever wondered whether that instant connection you feel with someone, the spark, the chemistry, could lead to true love, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about EROS, the god of love in Greek mythology, and how his influence might help you find that lasting, real connection. Can EROS, this intense, almost magical feeling of attraction, help you find true love? Or is it just a fleeting moment that fades with time? We're going to break down the role of EROS in modern relationships, explore the science behind attraction, and find out how that spark can evolve into something deeper and more lasting. Let's dive in. Defining EROS and its role in romance. To understand whether EROS can help you find true love, we first need to understand what EROS actually is. In ancient Greek mythology, EROS is the god of love, often depicted as the playful and mischievous figure who shoots arrows to make people fall in love. But what is EROS, beyond the myths? Well, in the modern world, EROS can be described as the intense, passionate, and often uncontrollable attraction that you feel when you meet someone new. It's stack chemistry, the instant connection that makes your heart race and sparks those butterflies in your stomach. We all know that feeling, right? But is that all there is to it? Is EROS just about the rush of desire, or is there something deeper? The truth is, EROS isn't just about lust or a fleeting attraction. It's a powerful emotion that can lay the foundation for something more profound. The science behind EROS. So, why do we feel this intense attraction in the first place? What's happening in our brains and bodies when we experience EROS? When you feel that undeniable connection with someone, your brain is releasing a cocktail of chemicals, including dopamine, which is responsible for the euphoric, high-energy feeling. Oxytocin, the love hormone, plays a role too, promoting bonding and attachment. This combination of chemicals creates the feeling of a deep, irresistible attraction that often feels like magic. But here's the catch. This rush isn't permanent. Over time, the intensity of those initial feelings starts to stabilize. That's completely normal. When the rush of EROS fades, what happens next? For a relationship to transition from pure attraction to true love, there needs to be more than just the initial spark. From EROS to true love, now let's talk about whether EROS can evolve into true love. We've all felt that initial spark with someone, that chemistry that makes you feel invincible, like this person could be the one. But does that feeling last? Psychologists suggest that while EROS can ignite the flame of passion, lasting love is built on more than just initial attraction. True love involves deeper, more enduring emotions, including companionship, mutual respect, and a shared vision for the future. Think of it this way. EROS is like the fire that starts a campfire. It's bright, it's hot, and it gets your attention. But for that fire to become a steady, lasting warmth, you need the right kindling. That's where deeper emotional bonds come in. Trust, communication, shared experiences. Let's break it down a bit. At the start of a relationship, when EROS is in full force, everything feels electric. But as time goes on, the intensity of that attraction usually fades. The next step is critical. If the relationship matures and you and your partner are able to develop a deep emotional connection, one built on trust, respect, and shared goals, then EROS can transform into a lasting, meaningful love. But if the foundation is solely built on that initial chemistry, there's nothing more underneath, the relationship might not withstand the test of time. The role of attachment in long-term relationships. So, what happens when the initial spark of EROS starts to fade? Is that a bad sign? Not at all. Here's where the concept of attachment comes in. Attachment is the emotional bond that forms as you get to know someone more deeply. Over time, as EROS begins to calm, attachment takes over. This is the kind of love that grows from comfort, security, and shared memories. Research shows that couples who maintain long-term relationships often experience a shift from passion to attachment, the kind of love that is steady, reliable, and rooted in emotional intimacy. This kind of attachment is often built by spending time together, dealing with challenges, and developing a deeper understanding of each other's values and desires. So, while EROS can definitely help you find someone to fall for, the deep, lasting love you're seeking is more likely to thrive when attachment becomes the main force in the relationship. And that's how EROS transitions into something even more meaningful: true love. EROS in the digital age now. Let's think about how EROS operates in today's world. In the age of online dating, texting, and social media, is EROS even possible anymore? When you're texting someone, swiping through dating apps, or chatting online, the initial connection might not have the same intensity as when you meet someone face-to-face. But EROS can still play a role. In fact, some people feel that instant chemistry through a single message or a great conversation. But what's the difference between attraction sparked by EROS and just a fleeting online connection? It's the same emotional chemistry, but when it happens digitally, there's a bit more uncertainty. Can this relationship stand the test of time if it was built on EROS through texts and profile pictures? It depends. While initial attraction can absolutely occur online, lasting love, the kind that's deep, fulfilling, and true, usually needs more than just digital interaction. It requires face-to-face time, shared experiences, and emotional connection. The risks of relying on EROS alone. Here's the thing. Relying solely on EROS for a relationship can be risky. Passion and chemistry can cloud your judgment. When we feel intense attraction, it's easy to overlook potential red flags or issues that may arise down the line. EROS can blind us to things that are actually important in a lasting relationship, like shared values, communication styles, and emotional maturity. That's why it's important to strike a balance. While EROS might draw you in, make sure that deeper, more sustainable qualities are also present to ensure the relationship evolves into true love. So, can EROS help you find true love? Absolutely. It's that initial spark, that moment of attraction that draws you in and gets the ball rolling. But for that spark to grow into something lasting, there needs to be more. Attachment, trust, and shared goals are the building blocks of true love. The key takeaway: don't dismiss EROS as something shallow or fleeting. Appreciate it for what it is, a beautiful and powerful beginning. But don't rely solely on it. Let it lead you to deeper emotional connections, and from there, you can build a love that's strong and enduring. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us about your experience with EROS. Have you felt that spark before? Can it turn into something lasting? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay open to love and let EROS guide you to something deeper.